I didn't realize that we had a Veterans Association here in Cache Valley, and you are the representative thereof. What can you tell us about it?
It's the Cache Valley Veterans Association. It started in 2014 and came into fruition with the board in 2015. And we've been working to improve as many veteran services, benefits and programs in Cache Valley. We actually are a 501c19.
Okay, so you've got to tell us what that is.
It is a veterans-only nonprofit. So there are nonprofits like a 501c3, but they actually have a veterans-only nonprofit, which is a 501c19. Okay. We are a veterans organization or association thereof, according to the, our wonderful feds. So, but we started the organization with the board, and we have, the majority of us are veterans, which is amazing. We have some current war era veterans, and we have some older veterans that's been around for quite a few years and serving the community in many ways, more than one. And so we brought everybody into the group, and our mission statement is to improve, optimize, and create new services, benefits, and programs for veterans, service members, and their families. Okay. So we serve the whole spectrum of the veteran population. But our other intent is to help improve the agencies that are already in place. Folks that need help with a funeral arrangement, or that need, veterans that need help within their own organization that need some collaborative assistance and benefits. And so we actually help improve that as well. Okay. And then we also have our own our own programs. Okay. We actually have a veteran service animal project, which is amazing.
Okay, tell us a bit like that, because everybody knows I'm a huge animal fan.
So yeah, actually it's probably it's actually our first official. What we will do is if you're a disabled veteran that requires service animal, we will actually pay for the service animal ourselves. Oh, wow. And we will send you and the veteran through the behavioral training and the service animal requirement training and get certification, so that you can have that, that benefit taken care of, that service taken care of. In fact, our first class started in just this last Friday, and
here in Cache Valley.
Correct.
Wow.
So, and it funds itself. We actually have a run every year on Veterans Day. Okay. It's called the Run to Remember. And a young man came to me and said, "I want to do this, but I want to donate it to a nonprofit. Would you be interested?" And I said, "Absolutely, sure. Let's do this." But I had him run the project, okay. And it funds itself. Okay. And so every run that we've had, we've been able to put funds away that will actually pay for that service. Okay.
So what do you have coming up, sort of in the immediate future for people?
Every year we have a Veterans Resource Fair, okay. And so we bring all the organizations together right in front of the Cache County Courthouse, the old Cache County Courthouse. Yeah. In fact, it's always the first weekend of the farmers market, from what I understand. Okay. And we bring food. Organizations like the VFW, the DAV, the VA actually comes up, the state VA shows up, USU Veterans attends. We have the Window Warrior Project coming this year. The National Ability Center will be here. We've got quite a few organizations going to be here, as well as the VA mobile bus. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that in the area. That will be here as well. And our intent is to actually bring out those services, because we're in a rural community. Yeah. When I started Cache Valley Veterans Association in my head, in fact, I was actually recovering from back surgery, and I actually got the license. Recovering is what I did. So it was already in my head. And so my intent was, wow, I live in a rural community and there's nothing. Yeah. We have the DAV, the American Legion, the VFW, and we have those organizations. We have them. But we don't have the VA. And I found out that veterans have to commute all this way to get medical attention.
To Salt Lake?
To Salt Lake City, correct. They can go to Ogden, yeah, but if it's not full, they have to go to Salt Lake. Now, I actually went to West Valley yesterday for a doctor's appointment, and it was 4 hours long. Oh, gosh. So if you can imagine that problem, it was a huge deal. So that's when I put it in my head, I have to do this. I'm doing this. And so I got a group of folks, we called the board, and I said, let's do it, let's get this going. And we do amazing programs. We do some wonderful things. If you're homeless, we have a homeless veteran project where if you're homeless, we'll put you in a hotel. We'll make sure you're taken care of in your house for a couple of days until you get those available services. we will reach as far as we can to get those programs and services up here in the Valley.
Okay. So for the resource fair, of course, if you're watching this now and you've missed it, that doesn't mean to say that you've totally missed out, right? Because you're here all the time. The resource fair may come and go once a year, but you are around all the time.
We can be contacted on our Facebook page. We have an instant messenger. Someone's always on that as well. And we actually have a website that we're going to be going live here shortly. Okay. And we will actually have direct connection, direct contact 24/7 if there's a crisis or an emergency. So we actually do have some care and support that goes on all 24/7. Not a whole lot because of our, we're small still in our baby
You're still
steps.
kind of starting out, right? Yeah.
We are actually working on opening up the very first Veterans Resource Center in the state of Utah up here in Cache Valley. Really? It will be a full-on one-stop shop. The VA will have space available for telehealth and medical services and mental health. The vet center will be able to house around where veterans will feel comfortable. The VFW, those older agencies will have a space to be together where they'll actually have an available access where they can congregate, network, and communicate. Veterans can come in and go anytime they need to. They can apply for benefits and services. And then we're also going to have a homeless outreach portion of it so that we're taken care of. And we serve Box, Rich, Franklin, and Cache County. Okay. And we know for sure that we will have veterans that will come from Evanston and Elko because of our resources and the availabilities and the programs that we're developing. It will be a huge impact for our community. And I've actually reached out to the VA for the mental health, telehealth outreach services, and they're on board. And so we're hoping that this resource center will be a huge impact, not just for the veterans itself, but for the community, because there are a massive population of veterans in this community.
Right. And God bless them for being that. How are you raising funds to, is this a building that you're going to have to build from scratch, or are you buying somewhere, or what are you going to do?
Well, and that's probably the hardest part that we have to be, because being a 501c19, we're not allowed to make money. Okay. So everything has to be grant funded and donored. Okay. And so the intent is if we can get by with it, we're going to lease the space that's in the valley. Okay. And then after a year, we'll build, unless a donor comes forward and says, I have a space for you. Okay. So we have
people do need, if it, somebody watching says, hey, that is my charitable contribution for this year. How do they get hold of you?
They can get a hold of us through our Facebook page. Okay. And if you
which is called what?
It's actually www.facebook.com/CVVA. Okay. I know it's long. But that's what Facebook.
We have pens and paper, that's all right.
Right. And we're always out. So we actually have all the organizations know we're here. Mm-hmm. So if you're someone that's wanting to reach out, we are chamber members. Okay. We reached out to the family place.
So people can feel, you can feel safe in donating. It's there's so many scams going on at the minute, and you can be absolutely sure that this is not a scam. While we're talking about medical things, we wanted to thank Dr. Daines. Dr. Paul Daines, whose office we're in today, does a lot of work for the veterans. If you have a hearing aid as a veteran,
correct,
you don't have to travel 1,000 miles in either direction to get these things tweaked, because it seems like the actual Veterans Association or the Veterans Hospitals, they may get you in for a quick appointment, right, but not necessarily have the time to spend with you because there's so many people need. So if you're in Logan or Cache Valley, you can always stop by Dr. Daines' office here at Cache Valley Hearing, and he would be happy to tweak what you have. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, he'll clean them and do everything for you here on Main Street.
It's an amazing service, so it's wonderful to have.
It is. Okay, we want to thank you so much, Phil. You guys are doing such a great and awesome job. Tell us, do you have a telephone number? We just want to know one more time where people can get hold of you. Okay, we know the Facebook thing, right? Do you have a phone number?
We do have a phone number.
And if you can remember it, you'll be doing all right.
Yes, actually, you're right. So we'll just go ahead and just have them reach out to us on our Facebook page. And
we can put the telephone number up on the screen, of course, too. Yeah.
Do that. Yeah. And then we'll make sure, just because we want to make sure that we're not being scammed as well.
Right.
So
I never thought about it that way, of course. Yeah, you do have to be.
Pride in making sure that our veterans are taken care of, and
Yeah.
you know, we don't have any scrutiny on things, and we want to make sure that they're safe as well. But we want to make sure that our community is taken care of.
Okay.
So we're veterans helping veterans, but we're also serving our community. So we want to
Okay.
make sure that we're back in the community as much as possible.
Okay.
So if they want to reach us, they can get a hold of us on our Facebook page. And there are quite a few members in the Valley that know who we are and where we are. We can be reached anywhere. That was the first intent. Partner with organizations, get to know in the community, and start becoming involved. And so if anybody has any questions, we can be easily found.
Okay. And if you do have any questions, get hold of Phil one way or another, and he would be glad to take care of you. Thanks so much, and good job. Awesome job.
Thank you so much.